Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of T-Dog RC. I'm Tim and in this episode it's just going to be a little bit of workshop waffle, to be honest. So I've sold this, which is my Hanger 9 Ultra Stick 10cc. I'll come on to that in a second, and I thought, well, I've got to strip a few bits out of it because I've sold it with the servos, but nothing else. So I've got to take the engine off, take my radio gear out and that sort of thing. And I was going to come in here and just start doing that, but I thought, well, while I'm doing it, I may as well have a chat as well, since it's the new year. Some of you may be interested, some of you might be highly bored. If that's the case, you can switch off and wait for my for my next video. So talking of new year, first thing to mention is Happy New Year. It's January the 5th today. So we just got into the new year. A lot of the videos I'm putting out on the channel at the moment I've recorded a while ago, so sort of back in November, December, and early December sort of thing, so they're a bit delayed. But as it is New Year, this is video I'm putting out, I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope 2025 is a really good year for everyone that supports the channel. The subscribers have gone crazy over the last couple of months, so I really want to say thanks to it if you have just joined the channel as a subscriber, and of course all those people that are already subscribers and support the channel and, you know, leave comments and that sort of thing. I really appreciate you having on board, and as always really appreciate your support. So the thing that's gone a bit crazy is my turbine videos. So if you follow along with the channel, you'll see I bought myself a Zykoy turbine, and I put a video out on that, which was like doing a sort of unboxing and test run. I had a feeling it was going to be a good one. It's just one of those sorts of videos where you don't have to be into RC to appreciate it, I guess. But indeed, it went crazy. So far, as of today, I've had around about 165,000 views, which is just nuts. Like, by far my most popular video. So of course that's built quite a few subscribers. And also then I'm doing a build series as well on converting the Avanti, which is just hanging now above my head. That's all finished now. But the next video I'll be putting out on the channel after this one, don't worry, will be the final build video of that, of installing the conversion. So that's going to be coming up after this. So don't worry and think, oh, what's happened to the Avanti videos? That's definitely going to be coming next. Then it's going to be a case of doing the maiden, which is probably going to be the most nerve-wracking maiden that I've ever done, I think. You know, there's a lot of money tied up in that aircraft, so it's not the sort of thing that I want to be going wrong on the maiden. So we'll take our time with that one. Obviously, I'll film it. The other thing to add into the mix, we've recently moved to a new field in our club, and I've only flown there once. Just before Christmas, I went down just to see what it was like. Took my blob just to fly that around, and it's fine. You know, it's a nice field, but it's different, of course. And the scary bit is one of the approaches, depending on which way the wind's blowing, one of the approaches actually is over a river, quite a big river as well. So you've got to fly over the river as you come in. So probably won't risk that with the turbine, and we'll just do like a crosswind landing or something like that, just in case, because last thing I want is for that thing to be going into a river. So anyway, that's where we are with the Avanti turbine conversion. As I say, that's actually all done, and I've really enjoyed doing that. It's gone together really nicely, and I'm getting a lot of traction on those videos as well. I think a lot of people are enjoying watching those, and it looks like there's quite a few people out there who are thinking of doing a similar thing. And as I sort of say in the videos, there's not much out there. There's a few videos, but there's not that much information out there on how to install the conversion. You don't really get any instructions as such with it, so I think it's helping a lot of people out, which is great, which is really what the channel's about, to be honest. So just chat about this. So as you know, this is my Hanger 9 Ultra Stick 10cc. Forgot the name for a second there. And the reason I'm selling it is, well, one of the primary reasons is I just need, as you can see, like more space, little bit limited here in the UK to our space. We don't have really nice big basements and all that sort of stuff, which is a shame. Pretty confident that my next house, once I move out of this one, which I'm planning to do in a couple of years, will definitely have a much bigger workshop. That's kind of essential. But yeah, so running out of space, and I've never really got on with this. It's a really nice model. I've got I'm not having a go at the model or anything like that, but I don't really know why I decided to build this. I wanted something with a glow engine that was just quick and easy to take down the field, and it's ticked that box for sure because it's got a single piece wing. It's really easy to work on because there's no cowl or anything like that. This OS 65AX, which I bought new for this, has just been rock solid. Starts every time, hasn't cut out on me. Superb. So in that respect, it's been really good. I've only flown it a few times, but it's just, I don't know. I can't quite get on with flying it, and doesn't really float my boat as it were. So I've decided to sell it, and someone's bought it off eBay, which is why I'm stripping it down, because they're coming in a few days to pick it up. And I want to create some space because I've bought another model, which is something that I've always wanted. It's one of my favourite prop-driven planes of all time. You see quite a few of these floating around on YouTube, but there's not many kits anymore of them. I think there used to be, there was a Goldberg kit that was very popular, but that's going back quite a few years. And basically what it is it's the Art Skoll or Shoal Super Chipmunk. I just love it. It's such a cool plane. It's the sort of thing that I always think when I see one, particularly a model of one, it's the sort of thing that if you went into a model shop and you looked up and they got all the planes hanging upside down or whatever on the ceiling of the model shop, that's the sort of thing I think you would have in your head. I just think it's such a classic plane, looks superb. But as I say, there's not many kits, and I have bought an Apache kit, which I think I got from Slack a couple of years ago. That's a big one. Can't remember the size of it, but it's like a 35cc, possibly slightly bigger. But that's up in the loft, as are a lot of kits I've got up there. And I will build that, but it's a full kit, needs a lot of time spending on it. And anyway, I was just browsing online, looking at a website, and I noticed that there was a Seagull Super Chipmunk, and I didn't realise that Seagull did one, and it turns out they've only just released it or re-released it. I've never seen one before anyway, maybe it was around a while ago. But anyway, it's on sale now. There doesn't seem to be much noise about it, so I thought, well, that's absolutely perfect. That's exactly what I'm after, and that is going to be, in fact, I bought the engine for that as well. I'm going with a DLE 20cc petrol engine for that, so it's going to be just right, I would say, for it. So this has basically got to make way for that. Obviously I'm not putting this engine on, but I've got something else planned for this engine, and again, it's a kit they've had probably 3-4 years. That's up in the loft, and it's a classic. It's a Cloud Models, can't remember the name of the actual plane, but it's like a classic pattern, F3A sort of pattern plane. When I was younger, a lot younger, and I used to fly RC, that was when I was about sort of 13, 14. I used to have a Joker, which was a full-on sort of pattern ship sort of model. I don't think you can get those anymore. Still really like that shape. But anyway, I bought this PB Models one. I think it's a Tornado, actually. I think that's what it's called. So this engine is going to go in that. But again, that is a full kit build. So that's going to take a little while to to get set up. So this will go back in the box just for now, and then we'll get the Super Chipmunk set up after that with the 20cc. But like I said, I bought the engine, bought all the servos. I think I'm going to run that as a high voltage setup as well, just give that a go. So there's going to be a build series coming up around that. But I've got something else planned, I think, before I start doing that one. And that is, I've got a kit, I think it's this one here, which you can just about see, I think. I think that's an EDF. I think it's called a Bobcat or something like that, or Bobo Cat. Looks a bit like the Flycat that I've got from Hobby King, but that's a foam model. This one's obviously a kit, a Boltzer kit. And it takes a 70mm EDF. And I just love the look of it. I've got a sort of a bit of a thing for twin boom, any sort of twin boom plane really. I really like the look of them, so that's why I got that one. So that should be a good sort of fun build, and I might put like a pretty powerful setup on it, and that'll come after we've the Avanti videos. I'll probably start on those before I do the maiden of the Avanti. The weather's crap here in the UK at the moment. It's horrible today. It's been snowing, wet, cold, and our field, this new one, is as I say, it's pretty close to a river, and it's pretty flat around there, so it does suffer from flooding and that kind of thing. So I'm not that bothered about going down there when it's all boggy and you can get your car stuck. I've got an SUV, so it's not too bad, but you can quite easily get your car stuck down there. So I certainly don't want to maiden the Avanti in those sorts of conditions, because it will just get covered in mud. Yeah, and I don't want to do that. So I'm probably not going to get down the flying field flying, I don't think, until sort of end of Feb. But certainly, as soon as I do that, I'll 100% film the Avanti maiden. So yeah, we've got that Bobcat EDF. What else have I got? The Spitfire. I've got another kit for the Spitfire. So again, that's quite a popular video on my channel. Still got the wings up there, which are perfectly ready to go. So I bought another kit, and I've got to reinstall the engine in that, reinstall all the radio gear and all that sort of stuff. But I might get that done this year, because I'd quite like to get that flying again for the summer. And I've got a little bit more of a plan on what I'm going to do around that as well. I'm going to put a gyro in it, and see if that helps with this tendency to bank and all that sort of stuff. And I think that might be the trick. I've then also got this beast here, which is a little bit of an off-the-cuff purchase. I actually saw a video of it on YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely like one of those. This is an OMP 74-inch Edge 540, so like proper sort of 3D job. Pretty big, as you can see. And I'm going to put I'm thinking of putting most people run these electric, but you can, it does absolutely say this, you can run these on gas, basically, and it all comes ready to go to be set up for gas. You get all the equipment that you need in the box to do that. And I'm actually thinking of putting a twin 40cc DLE engine, because I've always fancied a twin, would go in this perfect. But I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. That's, I think, going to sit here for a little while. The other thing is, I don't know where I'm going to put it once I've built it. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. What else has been going on? Oh yeah, that's something else I'm going to do. Is, again, in the loft. It's a bit like a model shop, my loft. I have in the box a brand new FMS Avanti V1. So it's quite an old one. I've had it for 4 years. It's just been sat in the box. And my plan is with that is I'm going to get that. I've been toying with whether I should just sell it, because it's just been sat in the box for ages, and I've thought so many times, oh, you may as well just sell it. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to get that set up, just throw a receiver in it. Let's get the right Allen key. And going to take that down the field and basically fly that around and just get used to the way that flies and at the new field in readiness for doing the free wing with the turbine. So at least I'll have some sort of experience of flying an Avanti around the new field and getting used to the way it lands and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's probably something I'm going to get set up. I probably won't film getting that set up because it's just not worth it, and I want to just do it quickly as well. But I might film the maiden of that, but obviously that's not going to be, don't get confused with the turbine version, because that will be an EDF version. That's a 70mm EDF. So yeah, that's probably the next thing I'm going to get set up. And then, what else have we got? So I've got an Atom RC Dolphin here. This and with an DJI O3 Air unit. So I'm planning on getting that configured on the FPV side of things. I've also bought some Walk Snail. They've brought out some new goggles, some Avatar HD L goggles they're called, and they're like box goggles. Really nice looking, simple goggles. Because the DJI one is brilliant, but it's not the comfiest thing to wear. And you know, it's quite expensive. And the thing with the Walk Snail system is they do some really tiny little VTXs, so you can use it for some smaller sort of builds and drones and things like that. So I bought a pair of those goggles, and I've got another model. It's actually I've got another FPV wing kit in the loft as well, so I'm going to put an Avatar system into that. I've also got a couple of drones that I'm building that are going to use for that as well. I do a few bits and bobs with drones. In fact, I've been building one over the Christmas break. I don't film these on the channel because that's not what this channel's about. This is just something I kind of do when I'm not doing fixed wing. So that is a Speedy Bee, what's it called? Mario, I think it's called. Mario 5 Dead Cat version. That's got a DJI O3 in it as well. I've almost finished building that. I've just got to get the flight controller configured. I've done all the soldering and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I do tend to find I quite like. In fact, up here as well, look, you won't ever see these because they're never in the shot when I'm filming, but I've got a couple of drones up there. There's the Avanti on the roof. Sorry, I'm bending backwards to film that. Yeah, I quite enjoy building drones. I find it quite therapeutic. It's completely different, obviously, to working with bolts and that sort of thing. Very satisfying. Everything clicks together really nicely. These Speedy Bee kits are really nice, and I do like the actual kits and building them from scratch. So getting the flight controllers, doing all the soldering and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's what I've been doing over Christmas. But as I say, sadly for some people maybe I won't really be putting those on the channel. But yeah, unfortunately my goggles L, I've not even used them, and I've got a problem with them. So they are on their way to China currently, they basically don't work. So I've got to send them back to Cadax, and they're going to hopefully look at them and hopefully get them fixed and sent back to me. So a bit frustrating because I'm not even able to use those. But there we are. I think that's probably about it now. Just a little update for you guys. The only other thing I have got my eye on. But again, I can't really get one because I've got nowhere to put it. But I've absolutely got my eye on a Boomerang Atom, fully composite jet. Would take around about a 120, something like that. Probably a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, that's kind of the ultimate aim. I'd love something like that. I love the look of it. It looks absolutely superb. So yeah, frustrating because I'd like to get one now, but I just literally haven't got anywhere to put it if I got it. So I need to have a think about that. Yeah, so that's kind of a bit of an update for you I know it's been a bit of waffle, but I just thought since I've got quite a few new subscribers now, I probably ought to do something to say hello, and of course say Happy New Year as well, because as I mentioned at the start, I haven't been able to say Happy New Year because I filmed the videos before the new year. So yeah, that's it for now. I think I'll carry on just getting this stripped out, so the new owner get it all cleaned up for them. Hopefully they'll have some fun with it. Next video, as I say, is going to be episode 3 of the Avanti build, so that's getting it all finished. So look out for that one, and yeah, hope you all have a good new year and good 2025, and thanks for all your support again, and I'll see you soon for the next one.